woolly hair. Are you listening, little bro? God has woolly hair, like you. Did you know that?
Not God.
You got the same as the Lord.
That's not God.
All right, bring it up.
God. That's you.
And his throne like the fiery flame.
Right. So God actually does have a body. All right. Let's get there. Genesis. Let's get into Genesis right quick. Let's get into Genesis.
It's a picture from the Genesis.
All right. Genesis 1 and 26. Bring it out.
The book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 26. And God said.
So God said, check this out. God said, read.
Let us make man in our image.
Let us make men in our image. So God has a body. Check it out. God has woolly hair. Check that thing out. Bring it out.
After our likeness.
After our likeness, which means God has eyes, God has a nose, God has lips, God has ears, and he stands on two legs too.
That's right.
So guess what? God is definitely not white, brother. All right, I got you. God looks just like just like Christ, man. You got to understand. He said, if you seen me, you seen the Father.
Hey, my brother, let me ask you, what's your name?
Tony.
Tony. Check this out, Tony. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Ecclesiastes 7 and 7, bro. Yeah, we want to know about Deuteronomy. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to get there. But we had two young men. You seen the two young men over here saying the white man was God, right? So, at the end of the day, you know what was running through my brain? Where are these young brothers' parents at? Because these brothers is wiggling through the gas station, begging and asking people for dollars and different things. So where are the people parents at? Where are these young men parents at, bro?
Good.
Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7.
Hey, look at them. Look at them as we read this. As we read this precepts. Read.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Oak Park, that's where we at. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. I got 4 daughters. I'll be damned if my daughters will be walking like this by themselves out here. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. That's what you see. Wise men up here, we in the hood because we tired of it, and this angers us. That, hey, these young sisters walking around by themselves. Surely oppression make a wise man mad. Anybody can snatch them up. Them young brothers was just over there behind that little, next door to that dumpster, by that trash can, behind a truck where nobody could see them. Surely, with a grown man. Surely oppression make a wise man mad. Surely oppression make a wise man mad. Read.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
And a gift destroys the heart. You know why they ain't got no man in the house? Because those gifts, welfare, Section 8, they destroyed the black community. They continue to destroy our communities. They continue to do that. Why? That's why you see our kids walking around here without no guidance. These brothers and these young sisters, they walking around here with no guidance, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, that irritates us. Why? Because now we understand, we see the curses in real life. You see the curses in real life form. And you don't see no white or no Chinese kids walking around here by themselves without their parents.
Bring it up.
You know what I'm saying? We got that hatred for each other. Why do we have that hatred for each other? Let's go there. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. What was the question that you had out of there?
Run through the curses for me.
Huh?
Just run through the curses for me.
Oh, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So, Brother Tony, does it look like we on high above all nations of the earth?
Not no more.
No? we just seen 7 young kids out here. I'm going to say, and I'm going to be generous when I say this, 13 and below. You know what I'm saying? He said he was going to set us on high above all nations of the earth. We not on high above all nations of the earth. I heard it's a project right there. It's a project down there. It's a project down there. And it's a project down there. We are not on high above all nations of the earth. Why? Why, Brother Tony?
We didn't live up to the commandments.
Exactly, because we didn't live up to the commandments. Let's go read it out the Bible. Read.
Verse 15.
Come on.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So, does it look like we are cursed people?
Oh, we definitely cursed.
We definitely cursed. You just see 7 kids running around here with no parents. With no parents at all, no guidance. You had 3 other young men, they were just walking to and fro. 9 times out of 10, they didn't have no money in their pocket. So guess what they was looking to do? On the Lord's Sabbath day. Rob, steal, take something. We continue to break the commandments. Why are we at this lower state? Because verse 15 right there. Because we refuse to keep the commandments of God. So since we refuse to keep the commandments of God, hey, the Lord said this, verse 43.
Verse 43.
Come on.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
He said the stranger, these other nations is going to get above us very high. That's what you see now. That's why you see us, at the bottom of society, because these other nations is over us. They come and they post up and put their beauty supplies in our neighborhoods, and then they go back to the upper, you know what I'm saying, to Lancaster, to Arlington, to the uppity spots out here, your Frisco's. But they'll come over here to Oak Park and they'll suck the resources out of Oak Park. Read.
And thou shalt come down very low.
And we gonna come down very low. That's what you see. You see my brother right here. He off Mad Dog 2020 at the top of the morning, bro.
You know.
We always was sometimes foolish. I used to do that too. Bro. Mad Dog 2020, hot damn, all of that, bro. Early in the morning to sun up and sundown, and I'm gonna deal with that. Read.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
He said he shall lend to us, and we not gonna lend to them. What you see right there? What you see right there on that sign right there? Pawn what? Pawn what? They're smack in the hood. Pawn and loan. Read that again.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Hey, we not lending to no white folks. They lending that to us. This is a curse out of the Bible, King, that God said he was going to put on the nation of Israel, us so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans for disobeying his commandments. Since we want to be disobedient, guess what he said? Read it again.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
He going to lend to us, and we ain't going to lend to them. For our disobedience, hold that. Go give me Isaiah 3 and 12.
You know?
Because of our disobedience, this is another curse he put on us. Hey, the curses don't stop in Deuteronomy 28. They don't stop in Deuteronomy 28. That's just the kickoff of the first quarter. This is another curse right here. This is what you see when those little kids was running around here parentless. Read.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read. Children are their oppressors.
Children are our oppressors. That young brother walked up here and said Christ was white for like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? No guidance. Children are our oppressors. Read.
And women roll over them.
And women rule over them. 9 times out of 10, there's no father in that household. So that's why they roaming out here. My kids, I got a gang of them. And they not roaming on those streets. They in the house. Why? Because they fear me. Why? Because I teach this Bible. Thus said the Lord. Hey, women rule over them. Our people got single parent households. We got 72% of the black community, not Hispanic. The black community alone has a single parent household. If I was to line up 10 black kids, 7 of those kids will not have a father in the house. Will not have a father in the house. Women rule over them. Women are letting them run wild like that. Them young brothers out here begging. Why? Because there ain't no man in the house guiding that house. That is a curse for our disobedience for breaking God's laws. Is that it on that? Read.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
Who are leading them? Out of that scripture, who is leading our young children today? Y'all, Tony, you all. Who's leading them out of what we just read? Women.
That's right.
So read that part again.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
They cause thee to err. Why? Because there ain't no man in that house guiding a young man, showing that young man how to be a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then these young sisters, guess what they doing? They looking at what they see on TV and they want to be like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With the cumbrellas, you know what I'm saying? With the weaves, they want to be like that. The BBLs, twerking. Read.
And destroy the way of thy path.
Hey, and they paths are being destroyed. Look
That's
at
right.
you just tell me if you think there's a 2-parent household right there. Yes or no? Yes or no?
It said thou shalt not judge.
Yes or no? It's a whole book in the Bible that say judge. It's a whole book in the Bible that say judge. Hey, watch this. I'm gonna shut you down. I'm gonna shut you down real quick. First Corinthians 2:15. Because my brother said thou shalt not judge. Hey, look it. This is why we at the bottom, right? Because our older men that's supposed to be on the forefront is out here drinking Mad Dog 2020 before 12 o'clock, bro. Read. This is what the Bible said. Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 15.
Come on.
But he that is spiritual judgeth all things. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things.
Joshua 6. Read.
But he that is spiritual judgeth all things.
Hey, he that is spiritual judges all things. Finish that out.
Yet he himself is a judge of no man.
Hey, he himself is judge of no man. Why? Because I'm not out here top of the morning. Give me that Isaiah 5 and 11. Give me that Isaiah 5 and 11. Hey, these are curses out of the Bible. Hold that. Go give me Titus 3 and 3. Hey, look it. Hey, my brother Tony, we not going to play with this Bible. We not the Christian church. We not your Christian pastors. We not going to play with this Bible, bro. We going to give you thus saith the Lord. Whether you hear or forbear. Read.
Titus chapter 3 and verse 3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish.
Hey, I used to drink just like that. So I see it. So I know it. You know what I'm saying? He say, read it again.
For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish.
Hey, I was sometimes foolish like that. I drank from sundown to sunup. Nobody could judge me. I'm grown. Ye yourselves were sometimes foolish. Read. Disobedient. Hey, you can't tell him nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. Especially off that bottle, I'm not hearing it. Huh? Read it from the top.
For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish. Titus chapter 3 and verse 3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish.
Hey, we ourselves were also sometimes foolish. Hey, and that's why I told the brother at first. Hey, I used to do that. So I understand. I know where you at. I know you running from something.
Right.
It's the problem. The solution is what you running from.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.